Are here back in studio this foggy morning. Mike, good morning.
Good morning. I'm cupless today.
Why? What
It's
happened?
not the morning brew show for me. It's just the morning show.
It could
I
be
forgot my coffee.
It could be the morning, hangover from sulking in this winless evening against the Cowboys. Sorrows.
Cowboys. What is that? Is that a soccer? I'm not a sports guy, so
I know. But you seem to be yesterday. You seem to be yesterday, but that's okay. We'll get into all that good stuff later.
I have no idea.
We'll get into all that good stuff later. Good stuff later. So tell me a little bit. So last night you were where? You did what last night? You're at the.
So last night, our church organizes groups that go and do the dinners at Echo Homeless Shelter
in Atascadero.
And so last night was our group's turn to do it, and we did meat sauce and spaghetti and salad and bread for 80 people last night. And I got over to Echo at 2:30, which, by the way, if you guys haven't volunteered at Echo, I suggest you do it. The kitchen there is absolutely gorgeous. It's like 5-star restaurant style kitchen, like beautiful. It's super fun to cook in. And so I made this big old pot of meat sauce and 20 pounds of beef in it. And it was so much fun.
Cool. And all that stuff gets donated or something?
Yeah. So our group is responsible for purchasing all the food and everything that goes into the prep. And then Echo has all of the serving stuff, like the plates and the to-go containers and the napkins and forks and the drinks. And so we come in, we provide kind of the full meal desserts and serve it or prep it and serve it.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I've done it a few times, and it's the first time I've gotten to cook in that kitchen. But I'm not a chef, and I'm not a very good cook at home, but I love.
But you got that air fryer,
dude. This kitchen had this stove that was. If you go on my Instagram, you can see a picture of it probably. But the stove was like the size of this room. It's massive. And so,
wow.
Yeah. And I made the mistake. I cooked the meat too long, and the sauce too hot. And so the bottom of that pot was just like crusted, like burnt stuff.
That's the good stuff.
I spent like a half hour scrubbing that pot when I was done, which is why I missed a lot of the game. I didn't see the game.
But you posted before the game. So I don't know what time that the Echo festivities happened.
I was there from 2:30 till 7.
So at some point between 2:30 and before the game started, you had enough time to record a TikTok of a prediction.
That was earlier. That was earlier in the day. Yeah, and I'm getting a lot of comments. Somebody actually commented. Did you see the comments on my thread?
I only saw like 3.
One of the people said, if the Cowboys were playing ISIS, I'd root for ISIS.
Well,
that's how much America's team is loved.
America's team is hated because they just kill everybody.
Well, congratulations.
So let's talk about that a little bit.
I'm so excited you got out of the first round.
Let me tell you.
Actually, is that even the first round?
Let's talk about that. So Tom Brady, okay, he had the second worst playoff game of his career.
Oh, he's terrible. He's one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen.
He is probably one of the worst quarterbacks ever to make on the NFL team. And then did you hear him after the game?
No.
He actually said that, you know what, I'm just going to retire. I'm done.
Did he say that?
He said, I'm done. He said, this game was just, my ass hurt so bad. He goes, I am leaving, and I'm jumping on that pony, and I'm riding through the wind.
I heard that he was catching a plane with the Cowboys kicker.
He probably was. That kicker, oh my God.
That's like the bright spot for us Bucs fans, right? Or the Tom Brady fans is that the kicker missed 4 field goals.
Poor Brett.
There he is. Look at, dude. How are you rooting against number 12?
Oh my God. Why do we even have that on?
Why are you rooting against him?
I know. Hey guys, I'm sorry for everybody that's watching. I got right here. Tom Brady. Mike has a love affair with Tom Brady.
So the big thing is the morning after, right? The morning after. Tom Brady is done with his season. I think they said it's the worst season he's had. And he broke the streak since 2010. I think 2010. It's been what was it? Lost, won the Super Bowl. Next year lost. Next year won the Super Bowl. Next year lost. Next year won the Super Bowl. Next year lost, won the Super Bowl. For the last 12 years, it's been like that for Tom Brady.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So this streak ended because he lost 2 years in a row now. And so now he's a free agent. Speculation is all over the map. People are talking about
Raiders.
People are talking about the Niners. There's
no
one,
way.
yeah.
Not with the Niners. Purdy is killing it with the Niners.
There's one report that says that it's possible for him to reunite with Belichick in New England for his swan song.
My prediction is he's done. He's gonna ride off in the sunset.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no. He took an ass beating last night.
Well, he's got a contract like in the wings for Fox Sports, right?
Oh, he'll step right into something, some high paying announcing job.
Yeah.
Anything that he does is going to be football related, and he's going to get paid millions and millions of dollars.
Well, I'm sure his brand TB12 is probably a pretty successful brand as well. I could see that brand selling to like an Under Armour or somebody like that who's going to kind of continue to use his name and he's just going to collect royalties. And
maybe he'll do like a Sean Payton and go off and coach a youth football team.
Oh, there you go.
When Sean Payton had his suspension from the league, and so he went off and he coached his son's youth football team. And they went, undefeated.
Right.
And if they got Sean Payton, as the head coach.
Sure.
So that was a highlight year.
Is that how you got into coaching youth sports?
After I was done with my NFL career and suspended. Yeah, that's how I stepped into it.
So tell me, Templeton Youth Football, what do you guys do in the off season? Are you guys fundraising? Are you?
Yeah, we prepared and start getting ready for the next season. We just had a new board.
Oh, good.
Matter of fact, our board meeting is tonight.
Okay.
So for our new board, new people, new blood, new ideas. So that's pretty much what everybody does at the beginning of the season. Kind of getting ready for what we're going to do.
The timing's good for Brady if he's available.
We're definitely going to need some coaches.
Would you take him as a coach, or?
I would probably
hate him that much?
I would probably let him start down at the Bantam level just to see, kind of break his way in.
See if he knows the game.
See if he knows how to coach.
Oh.
You could be a player, but you can't be a coach. So we'd start him off down there, maybe as an assistant water boy coach.
Okay.
The guy that actually tells the water boys to go in when the play is called.
So like, hey, timeout. Okay, guys, go get the water.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah,
guy?
Water. Instead of a coach is yelling, water, like Tom's going to there. He's like, get in there like that. So that's where we'd start.
I can't believe you just have this kind of just blatant disrespect for arguably the greatest player of all of professional sports ever.
Oh no! Like I said, if it wasn't you, I'd be going, man, that guy's a good guy. He's a good quarterback, but that's about it. But I like the fact that the 38 to 12 was the prediction. Tom Brady against the Cowboys. You were close.
I was close.
You were super close on the score.
I was close.
Yeah.
He just didn't have any receivers. He needs receivers.
He wasn't throwing to nobody. Nobody was even around.
And he was off too.
He was throwing into the wind. I think he was playing catch with the Cowboys. So that was
okay. Well, I'd like to say good luck to the Cowboys the rest of the year, but
we got the Cowboys and the Niners next week, so we'll get our picks. So currently we're sitting at 3-3, 4-2.
Oh, okay.
So at the end of this is going to be a steak dinner.
I think it's the Niners' year.
Nah, I don't know.
It's the Niners' year. Are you guys with me? Who are the Niner fans out there? Let's go. I'm a huge Niner guy. I'm a big Niner guy.
Are you going to wear your Joe Montana jersey in tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Woo. I'm sure Noel's got one of those.
Oh, we've got the number 3 Notre Dame jerseys.
Okay.
Yeah, the original Montana number.
Okay, well, there you go. You can wear that, and then we can talk about that all week long.
Speaking of Notre Dame, I'm wearing my Notre Dame flannel today.
Nice.
Bought this at the bookstore in Notre Dame. Yeah, I love it.
All cool. Right, what do we got on track?
Enough about football.
So we could talk football all day long, but we got other stuff to talk about.
Other national trending headlines. Lisa Marie Presley. There's more coming out about her this morning. She was, I reported when she died what her monthly income was, and she was making about $98,000 a month.
Jeez.
And she's apparently spending, according to this is out of the Daily Mail, so it's out of the UK. She's spending 92 grand a month and owed the IRS some money. She's reportedly squandered $100 million worth of her dad's fortune that she inherited, and so
Isn't that crazy?
super sad. I mean, it's probably not. The other thing is that they're saying, well, she was spending $1,000 a month on a Maserati. It's like, that's really not that out of the question.
No, not for them.
I mean, I've got friends in LA that live in apartments that spend more on their car monthly than they do on their rent.
Yeah.
Right. And that's just what people do. Like, some people value that, some people. And if you're in LA and you're sitting in traffic all the time, wouldn't you want to drive a nice car?
So I mean, everybody, all of them, that's the first thing that they do. As soon as they hit it big, they buy those expensive cars and they're driving around them. It's an appearance thing.
These Maseratis now, they have these base models that, I mean, people are driving them around like they're like Honda Civics. You see them all the time.
But they're nice cars.
So anyways, I don't think to me, it didn't seem like, for being Elvis's daughter, she wasn't living that extravagantly. If I was Elvis's daughter, I'd have a yacht that was like decked out in gold.
I'm sure she had all that stuff.
You think?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, they all do. I mean, you see the whole, $100 million, dollar mansions and all these cars and trips and stuff like that. But I mean, that's what they do. They spend a ton of money, and how they get in debt is beyond me.
Well, she had $47,000 in credit card debt and estimated to $250,000 in unpaid bills.
Well, that's what happens.
I just,
that's why I don't want to hit the $1 billion lottery.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we intentionally
stay
picked
poor.
The wrong numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. We stay poor.
No, I agree with that.
It humbleizes you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to buy cheap coffee. You can't buy the expensive coffee.
Right. Exactly. Gas station coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes that's the best coffee.
All right. So other teenage, I guess, rock royalty news. Miley Cyrus, the daughter of Billy Ray Cyrus.
Achy Breaky Heart.
Achy Breaky Heart.
That's right.
Fame. What was that? 91, 92. Miley Cyrus, now 30 years old. Right.
Did you know her original given name was Hope, or was Destiny Hope?
Destiny Hope.
She changed her name to Miley.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it?
Yeah, that's true.
I can't believe anything Randy says.
She really changed her name.
Should we make a poll question out of it?
She changed her name from Destiny Hope to Miley Ray.
Okay. All right. So anyways, Destiny Hope Cyrus, Miley Cyrus, is back in the news. She's got a #1 single again. It's been, guess how many years it's been since her last?
Since Wrecking Ball?
Yep. How many years?
Gosh, then she was a Wrecking Ball. 10.
Can you believe 10 years?
Oh, was it 10? Nice.
10 years ago, she had a #1 hit with Wrecking Ball, and she hasn't had one since.
She's been in a tailspin since.
So New Year's Eve, she released this song, Flowers. Flowers was co-written by her and a guy named Michael Pollack and Gregory Hine. This song, Flowers, is like, I listened to it, and it's very reminiscent of a Bruno Mars song. It's like almost identical to a Bruno Mars song, but super poppy, kind of good beat. The video's awesome because she looks gorgeous and she's walking through Hollywood, and she's one of my favorite female vocalists. Her voice is phenomenal, I think. And so I'm super, and she's not bad to look at. I mean,
well, you know what I mean? So she's kind of like that Britney Spears, where she went through, well, Britney's on the opposite side of it, but where she was a train wreck.
Like, Miley Cyrus is an artist first, and Britney Spears was a performer first. Miley Cyrus is the real deal. I mean, she'll be, I don't know if she'll go down like Dolly Parton, but she'll be in that talk of like legends of female vocalists in our lifetime. Miley Cyrus, I can see her being 50, 60 years old, being regarded as one of the greatest artists of her generation.
Wonder if she was on that list that we looked at last week.
What list?
Remember the top 100? The top 100 musicians? Remember we were looking at...
Oh, vocalists.
Yeah. I wonder if she was on that list.
I don't know if she was.
We'll have to.
I feel like
check
Rolling Stone had a lot of older people on that list.
Yeah.
So I'll check and see. But yeah. So Miley Cyrus, congratulations. Your first number one hit in 10 years. The song's called Flowers.
So is this considered pop? Is it considered pop music?
It's considered pop, but what's interesting is it's been released. And this is, I guess, showing her age, right? It's been released on adult contemporary radio or hot adult contemporary radio and modern adult contemporary radio. So if you know, they have these different genres, right, of radio stations. You have urban, you have top 40, you have AAA, which was adult alternative, right? Well, now she's kind of crossed over from that young top 40 pop into the adult pop, like, so she's kind of moving up,
so that's where the contemporary parts, because she is moving into the older genre of listeners.
She's continuing to reinvent herself, and she's the same age as Taylor Swift. Both of them have probably been putting out music since they were 15 years old,
right?
And
but neither one of them have really identified their music style. You know what I'm saying?
No,
as far as like country, pop, rock, because Miley has them all. So does Taylor Swift.
They are the style.
So they're not like George Strait, country singer. He's not going to go and sing rock. So right?
No.
Yeah.
No, he's a one-trick pony.
Well, yeah, no, right. So, but Miley Cyrus, so she plays everything. So she plays country, she plays rock, she plays pop.
But I think it's just been their evolution. Like, you don't hear Taylor Swift write country music anymore. You don't hear Miley Cyrus write country music anymore, right? They just kind of have continued to evolve.
And some of those music might land on the country side of it based on listeners.
Yeah, gotcha. Exactly. So who's your favorite country artist out right now? New. Do you have one?
My newest is probably I like Jason Aldean, and I like Jelly Roll. I think Jelly Roll's funny.
Newer, yeah.
He's a good he comes from the federal prison.
Yeah.
And look at him now.
Uh-huh.
And he's got a smoking wife. He's not so smoking, but like I said, I mean, he's got a cool. And then I like that Ryan from Yellowstone.
Ryan Bingham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan Bingham's been around for years.
I like that voice.
Phenomenal.
I like that tone. It kind of like even Dustin Lynch has that kind of that tone too. So that kind of soft tone with a twang. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I'm there's two that I like. Obviously, Zach Bryan is like, he's the biggest of the big right now. Every kid that's 15 to 25 is all about Zach Bryan, and he's phenomenal. Hardy's another one who's just unreal. But the one that I'm super stoked on is a band called American Aquarium, and they are out of South Carolina, and they are self-released, independent, and they're phenomenal. They're coming to the Siren. I just saw that this morning.
Oh, really?
They're going to play in Morro Bay in April. So I'm super.
We'll have to get Monty on here and talking some music stuff.
Dude, so good. So
let me ask you a question. So that I've always asked this question. So country, yes. So rock. Tell me two new rock bands in the last 5 years.
Two new rock bands in the last 5 years,
or rock songs. So like if you ever kind of look at any type of music of rock, I mean, they're still playing stuff from the 80s, stuff from the 90s. That's still hot.
So there's not a platform for it to be released on a wide scale, really. I mean, the biggest music platforms now are TikTok, right, and Instagram. That's where people are hearing new music. And then they'll hear something, and then they'll go to Amazon or Spotify
and buy it there.
And nobody buys music anymore.
Nobody does.
It just streams, right?
Oh,
you're paying $9 a month to stream any song you ever want, right? And so, and artists get paid per stream, very little, but they get paid. So I think as far as like newest rock releases in the last 5 years, I don't know if it's 5 years, but there's a band called Greta Van Fleet that is a super popular kind of rock band. There's another band called Bleachers. Bleachers, the one of the guys in Bleachers is Taylor Swift's producer on her last album she just released. Bleachers is a super fun pop rock band. So there's a lot of newer stuff that's out. It's just not mainstream. Or let me rephrase that. It's not mainstream to our age group. Right?
When they play it on the KZOZ or some of these rock
KZOZ is
stations?
like a classic rock station now.
True.
K-Rock in LA, arguably the most famous rock station in the world, only still plays 90s, 80s, and early 2000s rock. It's just the weirdest thing. Like you'll drive to LA and turn on K-Rock and they'll be playing the same Bad Religion, Sublime,
right.
311, all these like Rage Against the Machine, which I love all those bands, but
but I think like with the rock,
the thing is that younger kids, no, they're not listening to FM radio.
True.
Like who listens to FM radio?
Yep.
Right?
Nobody.
Yeah. So that's why artists, when you put out a song now, it's like the model's completely different. You're not putting a song out and pressing CDs and selling them, or vinyl's kind of making a niche comeback, right? But like the model is get your song up on TikTok, on Instagram, so it starts to be a trending audio sound, trending audio. Get it placed on a TV show. Build your Instagram and TikTok following, make a name for yourself that way.
That's why Leslie has some cool stuff over there at Poorhouse.
Yeah,
some music over there, right?
Yeah, no, she has a lot
of local cool, like, I mean, and that's kind of probably the attraction of the music industry is local and seeing what's coming up and just new vibes.
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
You'll get every once in a while, and I don't know who I was talking to last night, actually, at the Echo homeless shelter. We were having this discussion. The guy that I was serving with went to high school with Dave Grohl. And so we were talking about the fact that there aren't really a lot of those.
The guy that you were serving, so one of the homeless?
No, a guy from our church.
Oh, okay.
Grew up with Dave Grohl.
Gotcha.
And we were talking about, that model of seeing these rock bands that hop in a van and go on tour. I mean, that's you don't really see that a lot with rock anymore, or at least in the mainstream, you don't. The two genres that are bigger than rock ever got are country music is huge right now.
Huge.
And hip hop is
massive.
Absolutely massive.
And I always feel like right now that there's a lot of rock guys that aren't making it in the rock side and they transition over to the country. And you can kind of tell by their appearance, you can kind of tell about how their looks. I mean,
well, and let's be honest, country's not really country anymore, right?
It's country rock. It's like a country rock.
You've got this Americana, folky country, and then you've got this pop country, and then you've got like this in between, which is Hardy. I think Hardy is the best example, right? Hardy has that song out, Wait in the Truck with Lainey Wilson.
Lainey Wilson's good. I like Lainey Wilson too.
But Hardy's like this rocker that is a super gifted songwriter, and he writes country hits, but he really is a rocker at heart. And so he's kind of fusing the two, and it's a cool sound. And Hardy's, I mean, him and Zach Bryan are the biggest names in country music right now. You can't buy a ticket to their shows; they're sold out. And so, but yeah,
cool.
It's a fun time to be in that world, I guess. So Miley Cyrus is now a pop star. Well, she's been a pop star, so she's got her number one hit.
Perfect.
Yeah, I guess we can land that train now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what else we got going on
around here? So
your
homework is to go listen to Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah.
And just see if it's your bag, because that's a newer rock kind of deal, right?
All right.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. So other national trending news this morning. We talked about Lisa Marie. That's really about it.
What do we got going on around here?
Okay, so we didn't talk about. So around here, we talked about nightclubs,
right?
My band that I love is coming to the Siren. A trend that I'm seeing right now: Cal Coast, Poorhouse, now 15C here in Templeton. Everybody's hosting these comedy nights. Have you been out to a local club to see a comedy night?
Is that the new gig?
Yeah, so
I think
this is
Tasmania Brew had
tomorrow. Poorhouse is hosting a comedy night.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're getting these national touring comedians that are coming into town, and they're playing in different rooms, right? And so Poorhouse tomorrow night. I don't know if it's a weekly thing.
I think Leslie does comedy like every week, and they have game night. Okay. So she does quite a bit of things every single night.
Yeah, and so all of these places are kind of trying to find their niche and their offering that's going to bring a certain crowd in every night. And so comedy night at the Poorhouse tomorrow night. And then the next night, if you're just on that comedy tip, you can go down to Cal Coast.
Right down the street.
Cal Coast is doing comedy night the very next night.
So both venues have a really cool layout, for lots of people and lots of room, and it's not all squished. Cal Coast has, they do not only the comedy night, they have, great country artists, they have rock artists come in, they have line dancing, they have, sip and paint, nights.
Yeah.
They do a lot of stuff.
Cal Coast, do they have somewhere indoors?
They're indoors as well.
Okay.
So Cal Coast is indoors and outdoors. Okay. Same thing with Poorhouse.
Here's another one. Trivia tonight at the Firestone Tap Room. This is all part of these places trying to figure out
how to bring the people
to draw people in during the week, right? Because you get a lot of tourists, you get a lot of people coming in on the weekends, but
right.
How do these people survive during the week? And it's just by providing this programming and these special nights.
All right, we got Lori calling in from SLO County News right now, giving us an update.
Local news update. Here we go.
Local news update.
Top of the hour.
Lori, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. You're right here on the show, Morning Brew. And so we got Lori Bryant with SLO County News. So good morning.
Good morning.
So let us know, what do we got going on? Anything that we should be aware about? Fog, lots of fog. Yeah, absolutely.
It's bad. It's like pea soup. The other thing is muddy roads, and people are starting to knock down the barriers and drive into road closures this morning. Oh. So be careful.
Yeah, I don't think you can't fix that, right? You can't fix, that stupidity sometimes.
That's a good word, but what can the cops do? They can't do anything, and the road guys can't do anything. People are going to do what they're going to do.
So we still probably have a lot of those closures throughout even just the North County, huh?
It almost looks exactly the same this morning, the map.
Wow.
And then Cuesta Grade is going to close the southbound lane sometime. They haven't said the time yet, but that's going to cause a backup as well, because they've got to repair some of those, the cracks and the mud. So that'll be on the southbound lane later on.
So have you heard about any type of like the pavement where it's like our sinkholes around here? Because I've heard a couple different people talk about some drops in just their normal everyday route, one being out towards the lakes.
Naciamento I did for sure. You could see those. And I know San Luis had a couple. Los Osos has some. I'm sure our back roads out here do. And people are just doing the best they can. But yeah, I've heard there's a lot of road damage throughout the county.
Wow. Now, Lori, do you know anything about like any type of aftermath help or, cleanup help that is being offered to residents and people that experience some flooding?
The American Red Cross has been going around with cleanup kits. I know that it seems like Morro Bay, Los Osos, all of them have been having meetings. It sounds like our citizens are pulling together and doing most of it, just by the pictures that are being sent in. But there's a lot of, and even here, and I've heard people got flooded in Paso, Atascadero, and it just sounds like we're all pulling together again. So hopefully we can keep this going.
So it sounds like the community is working together, which is what it should be.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes. So that's really it. There was one truck that got stuck out at Branch Mill here and trying to pull a U-turn, but I think they've cleaned that up.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Well, sounds good, Lori. Well, thank you for calling in. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to talking to you tomorrow.
Sounds great. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, Lori. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello?
All right.
Lori Bryant, Slow County News.
Slow County News.
Facebook page. Go follow them. It's where you and I get all of our
absolutely
local information.
They always have some really great updates. I mean, everything is like right on the money, you know.
And it's just reported. This is what I love about that, right? She said the first time she called in, she's not there. It's not politics. It's not religion. It's not. It's nothing debatable. It's just them reporting what's going on,
right? Because of the lack of reporting that we have here.
It's so good.
It used to be back in the day, years and years ago, to where it was you would have local news, you'd get local news. Now, when you get local news, it's like Santa Barbara, Santa Maria. It's like we're not getting local news, you know.
Well, a lot of these news outlets are part of the larger
they're
conglomerate that they're trying to streamline, and you know your local morning show host is living in Ventura,
right?
Or whatever,
right? So, not us. We live right here in Templeton,
right here in Templeton.
You know, so speaking about the community coming together, I'm going to give Scott Silvera a call.
Okay.
So Scott Silvera with Silvera Horses, they went out and did a rescue yesterday. There was a picture of a cow stuck in mud and couldn't get out. I guess a landslide came down, wiped him out right here. He's just basically stuck in the mud.
Wow.
And so there was kind of an outpour of people coming in and going and helping, you know, and so they reached out. And so Scott, being the guy that he is, basically put the action to work. So let's give Scott a call. And
hello.
Hey, Scott Silvera, Randy Doty with the Morning Brew Show. Whoops.
This is classic. Did your beard just hang up on him?
I don't think so. Let's try it again.
Hello.
Hey, Scott Silvera, Randy Doty here with the Morning Brew.
What's happening?
Good morning. Good morning. So we're talking about
your service ain't so good.
Can you hear me now? Are you
there?
Are you there? Are you okay? Scott?
Yeah, there you are.
Okay. Can you hear me better?
You're in and out.
Okay, how's this? I'll just hold it right here just like this. Nope.
You there?
We'll bring it another time. All right, Scott, I'll call you back. That's too bad.
Well, that's a bummer. I wanted to hear about the cow.
I did too. So so Scott Silvera and his team of I think his wife went out, his helper that she's, on the ranch there. They went out there and rescued this cow last night.
Where's the ranch?
Scott Silvera's, his ranch is right out here.
Okay.
Right out here, just right around the road right here from El Pomar.
Got it.
But not only does he have Silvera Horses, he also has Western Tough Cattle Company.
Look at this. They're digging him out.
Let's try Scott one more time here. He's answering. Scott, can you hear me?
Scott's a no-go.
Scott, can you hear me?
I can.
All right. So can you give us a real quick update of how this unfolded last night?
You mean with the cow?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got your pictures up on the screen right now.
You know what? My wife saw something on Facebook, and we happen to know who might have some cows up there, and sure enough, it was friends of ours. So we just loaded up in the truck and said, let's go get her. And we went up there and spent, about an hour and a half, 2 hours digging her out of mud that was incredibly deep. And, we got it done. We got her out.
Wow. And that was just because of the community coming together and helping one another, correct?
Yeah. Somebody had taken a picture, and if they hadn't done that, nobody may have known for a couple of days, which would have possibly ended bad. So, yeah, I mean, it's just everybody coming together and, so we just jumped in with 2 families together and went and got her out. No harm, no foul. Got pretty muddy, a little dirty.
Yeah.
But it was all good.
So Scott, would you consider this the Western Tough Cattle Company rescue crew now?
Well, I'd have to say that everybody involved was pretty tough last night.
That's
They were
awesome.
pretty tough. It was a little cold and like really muddy. It was something. It was something. People down on their hands and knees digging mud out by hand and sinking up to their waistband in mud and ropes and come-alongs, and we got it done. I mean, yeah, everybody together, we just got it done. And
I mean, what was the final point of like getting down? You just had to dig her out and then carry her out, or how did? No. I mean, we had to dig her out, but she couldn't go anywhere. The mud was too deep. I mean, it was tough. We spent a lot of time helping each other get our feet out of the mud because we were just stuck. Huh.
So we just basically worked her to where we could kind of get her to firmer ground and, get her on her feet. And then we had to kind of guide her through to where she could, keep going down the trail and get back where she needed to be. But that slide on that road, it's bad. I mean, it's bad.
Wow. Awesome, Scott.
She's good. We followed her a ways and made sure that she was headed in the right direction on firm ground. So, we were all pretty happy about that.
Awesome. Well, right on, Scott. Well, I appreciate you calling in and giving us a little update on that, because, like I said, I know that was the buzz yesterday around here about going out and getting that stranded cow and helping her, out of that mud stuck. So,
you know what? Like you said, the community came together. 2 ranching families came together, and we helped them get their cow out, and it was all good. Good day.
Awesome. Well, right on, Scott. Well, I know you got your digging out to do on your own ranch today, so hopefully it dries out. We got the next 10 days of being nice and sunny, so hopefully that'll give you some.
Yeah, the sun's gonna come out, the grass is gonna grow, cows will be happy. It's pretty around here. It's all good.
There you go, Scott. All right, Scott. Thanks for calling in, man. Have a great day. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's cool.
Yeah. Scott's a really good dude. When you talk about like old school and you talk about traditional, Scott is that dude. Yeah. He's that dude that will go out there and just like that, goes out and digs a cow out of being stuck on the ranch.
Yeah.
So somebody else's ranch.
I'm the exact opposite. I have our neighbor's cattle grazing on our property, and one of them got stuck in the arena, and so I just texted him. I'm like, "Hey man, one of your cows is stuck." Poor guy came out in the pouring rain and kind of got him out.
Well, you're out there this behind. Look at.
It's just 2 ranching families coming together. One texting the other.
2 ranching families, right?
Yeah. No, I was like, I don't know why I didn't go out there to help, but I was in the middle of a project. My wife's like, "Hey, there's a cow stuck in the arena." I'm like, "I'll just text him real quick." And Clay came over and moved it out, and it was on its way again. But yeah, I guess I could have gone out and done it. But I'm not a rancher. I'm not.
You look like a rancher from the hat.
I wear Crocs. You can't run around in the rain and mud with Crocs.
You can't. Well, that's the point of it. Now you're in 4-wheel drive mode.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
4-wheel drive mode. Let's go.
Yeah. What's going on? You going hiking?
All right. So it's becoming Crocs weather again.
It's Crocs weather, hopefully.
Okay. Today, let's see, 43 degrees and cloudy, currently 35 and foggy right now.
And it is foggy.
It says 1/4 mile visibility right now. Winds 2 miles an hour. Let's see here. Feels like 35 because it is 35. It's going to get up to 52 degrees today. I'm going for a hike today, tomorrow, and Thursday. I'm going to get 3 days of hikes in a row. All 3 of those days are going to be mid-low 50s. Friday tops out at 55. Saturday, 58. You know what that means? Clear skies and 58. That's butthole tanning weather.
All right.
Yeah. So
I thought you were doing that last night during the football game.
I know.
That's why you weren't responding to my text messages.
So we've got sunshine coming like all around. So here we go. Year-to-date rain, 6.3 inches in the North County.
Gosh,
I'm
getting.
assuming that's an average or Paso.
That's the yearly rain. I mean, to date. I mean, obviously, we're only what. What's the date today?
This says departure from normal. Eric, explain this graphic. Are we 4.95 inches over normal, or is the normal 4.95?
I think the 4.95 is going to be your normal rainfall. So yearly rain to date is 6.3, which is obviously that's average. We're only 16 days into our yearly rainfall. I mean, based on the last 3 weeks, 6.3 seems like a drop in the hat of what we've been getting.
It looks like the coast is clear, literally. I've always wanted to say that. The coast is clear.
The coast is clear.
The coast is clear. I'm going to make my way to Morro Bay this week to visit with family who just got out of the hospital. Come grab a dog to go with. A hot dog? What are we taking? I don't know what that means, but
come grab a dog.
Come grab a dog.
Yeah, come grab a dog.
Take me out to the ball game.
Yeah.
So it looks like good weather for the rest of the week into the weekend. Gonna give the North County a chance to kind of dry out just a little.
Yeah.
Right. It's gonna be sunny. The river's gonna be flowing.
I don't think the river's gonna stop flowing for quite some time. Yeah, but I mean, this is gonna be crazy.
You guys got to be careful out there with that fog because it is super foggy. And so drive carefully. You don't know what trees might have fallen or what little mudslides might have happened. El Pomar is still
everything.
It's
everything is just wild. It's wild. There's mud. There's water. Water still seeping out of the hills. There's rocks still coming down.
It's going to take a minute.
I mean, I'm actually scared when I'm driving at nighttime through going out to Heritage because you come around the corner with the headlights. You know, the headlights today suck.
You go out to Heritage every night?
No, but I'll go out there and look at the lake so I can send you a picture.
Yeah, I was going to say, jeez.
But
man, are you trying to win an award or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to take the most lake pictures I can.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna put together.
I'm building my social media platform.
A coffee table book of Randy's pictures of the lake.
Hey, you never know. I might enter them in the fair.
Yeah,
you know,
we need to get you a phone that's higher than an iPhone 6.
Why?
We just
for picture quality,
better picture quality. Yeah.
They have those little adapters that you go on right there that increase turns this into like a $5,000 camera.
Yeah, please.
Maybe I'll get one of those.
Let's do that. Anyways, I got to get out of here.
All right, so we got some guests coming on today.
Yeah, who do you have?
So we got Lori Bryant. So Lori Bryant with Slow County News. She's going to be coming on and having an interview and talking about
in person.
Great. Yep. She's going to be next. So that way we can kind of dig down a little bit on the Slow County News. We got Brad from Cider Creek, the restaurant there in Paso, right across from Walmart, which they have phenomenal food. Mm-hmm. We got Anthony from Christensen Mattress Express. So he's going to come in. I bought a mattress from him, and I had such a great experience.
Oh, that's right.
And so, remember? And so I want to bring him on and talk about that experience and about, what they offer. And lo and behold, we got Coach Crow coming back in. So we're back in the Crow's Nest.
We have 4 guests today.
We have 4 guests today.
Wow.
So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on.
All right. You're going to change first, right?
No, I'm leaving this on.
Are you?
Right here. Yeah, Cowboys. Cowboys forever. Go Rock.
Okay.
All right. Mike.
Cheers. Yeah, I got nothing.
All right. Well, there you have it. Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for tuning in to What's Up North County Morning Brew. We had a lot of good information, a lot of good fun, but we cannot do this without our sponsors, and we always like to thank them. Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, Pillar Real Estate, and 805 Customs. Guys, thank you again. We'll see you tomorrow.